Hey yo, what is up? And it is me with another video, and we're gonna be doing some photo shopping indeed. Now, I will put this in my AM Plays Video Games channel. You might be asking, well, the channel is AM Plays Video Games. Why is photoshopping to AM Plays Video Games? Because the process of making another channel is kind of complicated and all that and all that. So I just wanted to puts it on my AM Plays Video Game channel. That's why. Okay, so now this is what Photoshop, you can get it from the Adobe Creative Cloud. You obviously have to pay, and once you go to Adobe Creative Cloud, you can download Photoshop. Now, we're actually going to be doing projects. So the the image of this project that we'll be photoshopping is actually in the description below of the video. Now, once you have that in the description, you want to go to File, you want to go to Open, and you'll be you'll see this. Now you're gonna put on your computer. Now, what you like to do is like we're gonna go to downloads because that's where I put it. Now you see there's Twirl art right here. You want to name it Twirl art. You can name it whatever you want, but just don't make it really confusing. Now you're gonna click Twirl art and you're gonna click open. Be patient and it will open and you'll show a picture like this. Right now, we have the layers panel. Probably when you guys first open it, you guys will not have the layers panel. So this is probably what it'll look like. This is what it'll look like when you first open. That is what it'll look like. Now, for you to have the layers panel, you're going to go to window up here. You're going to go down into the layers and select. Boom. You have the layers panel. As you can see, the layers has a little check mark on it. Now, we're actually going to get started with the actual product. Now, you actually don't recognize what the photo kind of is right now, right? So we need to rotate the image. How we're going to do that is we're going to go to image right here. We're going to go to image rotation right here. And we're going to go to 90 degrees counterclockwise. Now we can see more of the image. Alright? So now that we have that, we have to make the photo an editable layer. We can't edit it right now, as you can see. So we are going to double click this selected background. Right? Double click it. And you'll come up with this new layer panel. Now what I want you to do is, alright, we are going to name that layer 0. Just press OK. Alright, now we have an editable layer. Now, what we need to do is we need to have kind of a smart filter. Now, what is a smart filter? A smart filter actually allows you to place filters that would normally be destructive to the photo pixels. Now, a smart filter actually allows you to place these destructive filters so your original photo does not have harm. Now, we're gonna right click on the gray area right here, and you're gonna pull up with all of these. Now we're gonna convert to smart object, which is right here. Alright, now you should have this little icon right here to show that you have converted it to a smart object. Now, we want to apply blur. So how we're going to apply blur, we're going to go to our filter panel right here. And now we're going to go to blur, and we're going to select radial blur. Let's see. Filter, blur, right here. Man. So we're going to pull up our radial blur. My eyes a bit, like, dead today, so. Alright, so we're going to have radial blur. And this is what you're going to see. Now, do not press OK yet. You're going to dial in the amount right here as 100. And you're going to the blur method as zoom. And make sure the quality is on draft. It's good. We got to put it on draft. Now you can click OK. Now this is what it's going to look like right here. There, you see the blur and all of that. So we're gonna make a filter and we're gonna repeat the same thing with the same settings. So we're gonna go to filter, we're gonna go to blur, and we're gonna go down here to radial blur. We're gonna make the amount 100. We are going to put zoom on, we're gonna put draft, blah blah blah, that's good. And yeah, you can see that the blur is a little bit deeper. So now that we got that, we're ready to move on. We are going to add yet a third radial blur. So we're going to do the same thing, but not entirely the same thing. You can see it saves for you. So radial blur, we have our amount 100. We have zoom, but we're not going to do draft. We're going to change the quality to the best right here. Now press OK. Make sure your amount is 100, blur method is on zoom, and the quality is at best. Alright, now we got that. And this is what it should look like right here. We have 3 radial blurs with the little eyeballs on. You should have 2 radial blurs. You should have 1 radial blurs. You should have 3 radial blurs. Okay. Now, we're going to go to filter right here. But then we're going to go to distort. And then we're going to go to twirl right here. And this is what you should bring up right here. A beautiful twirl. Now this project I like to call twirl art. That's why this says twirl and all that. Now once you have that icon, you're gonna don't press OK. I repeat, don't press OK. You're gonna go to the angle and type in 210. Or 221. I can't type, man. 210. Then you're gonna press OK right here. Now this is what it should look like right here. A little twirl, colorful rainbow, although it's not a rainbow. But anyways, you know my point. Now, the gray layer. We're talking about this layer right here. We are going to duplicate it, which means we're going to right click on the layer and we're going to click duplicate layer. Make sure you are on layer 0 with the little twirl art that looks like this. That looks like this right here. Now right click, we're going to duplicate layer. And we're just going to, let's see, we're just going to press OK. Now, this is what your copy should look like. So we got our twirl, we got our 3 radial blurs. So we are good. Now, we are going to double click on the twirl filter for a new layer. We need to change the direction of the twirl. So, right here, double click, and you're gonna pull up this. Now, once you pull up that, you're gonna change the twirl's direction, not 210, but negative 210. And you can see it changed, and click OK. Bang! Our direction has changed. Alright? Now, we know that we see that the twirl is moving in an opposite direction. But there's a thing, we can't see the lower layer, as you can see. So we have to fix that by the blend mode. We have to change it. So we're going to make a blend. And before we make a blend, we gotta learn what a blend is. The blend mode is actually, it allows you to change how a layer interacts with another layer. So if you have normal mode, the top layer will hide all other layers. But the other blend choices, will allow you to interact with the other layers. So now we have the little explanation of our blend modes. Let's go to right here. So we have our layers. You see, this is the blend mode. You're gonna click on this, and we want to go to overlay right here. Nothing else. Just click overlay, and this is what it is gonna look like. Now, once we have that, for this specific project, you want to do overlay. But if you want to play around with other blend modes, like you could play around with pin light or color dodge or this, but we're gonna do overlay for this one. Now when you're photoshopping, you have the freedom to play around with your image. So yeah. Now we are going to go to filter once again. We're gonna go to filter gallery right here. And this is gonna pull up this big thing right here. Alright. So we're gonna have this big thing right here. We're going to choose texture. So we have this texture item and go down to texturizer right here. Now this is where it's going to look like it's going to have these little lines through it. That is texturizer. Now we are going to dial in the following options. We're going to do our texture as, let's look for our texture. We're just gonna leave our texture as sandstone. See if we can find sandstone, 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 sandstone. Interesting. Have it? Or is my eyes just, oh my god. I believe there has to be sandstone in here. Are my eyes more dead? Sandstone, sandstone, sandstone. Okay. Man, sandstone's not in here. Interesting. Do I need to update the version? Wallpaper underpinning. Let's see. If y'all find sandstone, let me know. Because obviously my eyes are not the best. Alright, so we don't have sandstone, which is gonna be a problem. Is this selected? Canvas? Oh, okay. Now we have to select it. So we're gonna select sandstone right there. Now, I made the mistake that a lot of people make. You don't like click on this. You don't really, it's not in black, so that's why. So make sure you click and it's on black. Now, now that we got that, we are going to put our scaling to 169%. Put the scaling to 169%, and we're going to put the relief to 24. Not 39, 24. Now you'll see this right here. Alright? Now, you can actually experiment with the lightning if you want, but we're not going to do it for this specific project. Now we're going to press OK, because we are all done, and we bring up this. Now, it is time to save our project, or kind of, you want to keep it in your records, you know? So we are actually done. This is what the Twirl art looks like. It looks pretty cool, right? Yeah. So if you want to keep it in your records, you want to go to File over here. You want to go all the way down to Save As. And you can save on your cloud documents, which shows up in the Photoshop menu, and it kind of keeps it no matter where you go. But on your computer, it saves it to your hard drive. But if you go on a different computer, it won't be there. So just keep that in mind. So we're gonna save on our computer. We're gonna title it Twirl Art. Make sure it's a Photoshop PSD, PDD, PSDT. We're gonna save over here. And it's gonna show up with this maximize compatibility. We're gonna press OK. And you are now ready to X out. Now we can actually find it in our folder. If we bring this big folder over here and we go to this, the Photoshop little thing, if we click on it, it will actually launch, I believe. It should launch right here, and we have it. So if you're like just doing this for a project, you want to keep it, you want to show, oh, I made this tutorial art, then you can save it like that. Otherwise, that is the end of the video. I possibly will do another Photoshop video on the 16th if I have time. But otherwise, thank you for watching this video, and I will see y'all in my next video. Goodbye.